It's Monday morning at 7 a.m. and your alarm goes off. Audibly, you mutter, "Nope," as you reach over to press snooze, convincing yourself that all you need is just a few more minutes. After about 4 more last ones, you check the time, spring out of bed, and stumble run through your morning routine. When you finally get to work, wheezing and out of breath, you spend the rest of the morning trying to get your mind to catch up with your body. You promise yourself that tomorrow, no matter what, you'll wake up on time. Mornings can be tough if you're not a mythical early bird, and one of the biggest mistakes you can make in the morning is pressing the snooze button. As attractive as it may seem, allowing yourself those extra precious minutes of sleep ends up hurting you in the long run. Hitting snooze majorly messes with your REM cycle. REM sleep occurs right before you wake up. Letting yourself go back to sleep triggers the release of hormones that make your body think you're about to fall into a deep sleep. Hitting snooze can create a vicious cycle. If it becomes a habit, your body may start to confuse your internal body clock. This is what is known as conditioned response. Typically, when the alarm goes off, your body recognizes this as it's time to wake up. If you put off getting out of bed, your body will come to understand that an alarm doesn't actually mean waking up. Some days you hit the button twice, 3, or even 4 more times. But who's counting? This can create even more confusion because you aren't being consistent with the amount of time that you snooze. The extra sleep that you get isn't going to benefit you because it's fragmented. A tried and true trick that people swear by is putting your alarm somewhere that's hard to reach. The act of having to get out of your bed to shut off that pesky alarm is normally enough to get people going and start their day. Now that you've rolled out of bed, the next step is to stagger into the kitchen to prepare the popular and seemingly miraculous drug, coffee. Drinking coffee in the morning may seem like the most reasonable way to start your day, but unfortunately, this actually hurts you in the long run. Our bodies run on a 24-hour cycle, also known as the circadian rhythm. During a 24-hour time period, our bodies fluctuate in terms of hormones such as melatonin and cortisol. Cortisol, a hormone responsible for keeping you feeling awake, ebbs and flows at different points during the day. Because cortisol levels are at their highest around 8 or 9 a.m., drinking coffee first thing in the morning tricks your body into thinking of caffeine as a replacement for cortisol. Just like with any other drug, your body will begin to develop a tolerance to coffee, and it will lose its magical, energy-inducing effects. Waiting until, say, 9:30 or 10 to have your first cup of coffee allows for increased benefits that don't tangle with your body's natural flow. The best thing to do first thing in the morning is to throw back your blinds and greet the day. If you decide to slink around the dark for a while, it's not going to help you wake up. Our body's internal clock controls hormones that are responsible for feeling awake or sleepy. Melatonin, the hormone responsible for that tired feeling you get at the end of the day, is stimulated by the dark. The dark sends signals to your brain and stimulates the release of melatonin. Light stops this production in its tracks and allows you to shake off your sleep. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg wears the same outfit to work every single day. Other brilliant minds such as Albert Einstein and Steve Jobs make the decisions, or rather lack thereof, to wear the same thing every day too. Their belief is that spending energy on frivolous and unimportant tasks such as picking out clothes is a waste of time and precious energy that could be better spent on, say, creating the most popular website of all time or something along those lines. This probably doesn't seem appealing for most people, but what you can do instead is pick out your outfit the night before so that when you wake up, all you have to do is throw on your clothes and start your day. Working out before breakfast can help with fat loss because after a sleep-induced 8 to 12-hour fast, your body's glycogen levels are low. Eating causes the release of insulin, so if there is less insulin present, like first thing in the morning, you are able to burn more body fat. Being it this is one of the more controversial weight loss tactics, there is evidence to support either side. Some critics say that exercising on an empty stomach actually makes your body more likely to burn protein, resulting in muscle loss and missing out on those coveted gains. A study conducted by the British Journal of Nutrition had a group of men go for a run before breakfast and another group run after breakfast, or in a fasted state before breakfast. Those that skipped breakfast led to an average of 20% more fat being burned. There is the added effect that fasted exercise accelerates fat burning throughout the day. As difficult and daunting as it may seem, working out before you eat may be the key to increasing fat loss. You wake up to turn off your pesky alarm and immediately start scrolling your feed on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or whatever else you're into. Emails that you forgot to respond to ping away, bearing the passive-aggressive subject line of, "As per my last email," which roughly translates to, "I can't believe I have to say this again," and you already begin to feel overwhelmed. Starting your day by checking out what's happening online can fuel negative thoughts for the rest of the day. Subconsciously, you start to compare yourself to what you see on social media. You surround yourself with images of fitness gurus on Instagram, Pinterest perfect home decor, and the seemingly endless announcements of engagements or baby showers on Facebook that end up making you feel like what you are doing isn't good enough. According to research conducted by Washington University, subjecting yourself to negativity first thing in the morning creates a constant chatter in your mind that replays constantly for the remainder of the day. Instead, it's recommended that you start your day on a more positive note with verbal affirmations, meditation, or exercise. In this new age of social media, there is a more distinct difference between the persona that you put out into the world and the realistic version of yourself. What you see on social media only tells part of the story. People tend to only post pictures looking their very best, thus making it seem like that's their norm. Mornings set an example for the rest of the day. If you grab your phone as soon as you get up, you're more likely to spend more time on your phone for the rest of the day. Nowadays, a big complaint that people have is that there isn't enough time in the day. Not enough time to work out, not enough time to see friends, not enough time to cook, clean, or take care of themselves. On average, people spend 86 minutes on their phone each day. That's 10 extra hours a week that could be put towards other, more likely more fulfilling activities. If you take away all the time that you spend on social media, you can add hours to your day towards things that will actually enrich your life. Choosing to unplug in the morning particularly can assist in helping you reach your goals. Social media can be an amazing tool for business, keeping in touch with distant friends and connecting with people all over the world. If you wait until you're fully awake, you're much more likely to utilize positive aspects of social media. Being mindful of your social media consumption can reduce the potential for it to affect you negatively. Eating sweets for breakfast isn't typically thought of as a way to stay on track with your diet. Research has demonstrated that eating cookies or chocolate during breakfast can actually curb your cravings for sweet food later. So yes, next time someone gives you a side eye at your morning chocolate muffin, you can tell them that according to science, you're actually better off. The morning should be a new beginning, a new day to be had, perhaps new possibilities and opportunities. You're leaving the past behind and entering what may end up being a life-changing day. The ability to start fresh is perhaps one of the most underappreciated aspects of the morning. The least you can do is give yourself a fair chance. Changing little aspects of your routine can impact your day, your week, your month, or even your year. Mornings will be there for you.